So why running apps are bad? Drop a comment if you ever used it. I'm very curious because a lot of people are getting injured, and I have this question a lot of in my DMs. I've used Rona, I've gotten injured. So with that being said, I'm going to go over why it's positive and why there's negatives to it, and what you should actually do if you're looking to do the best with running. And to the second part, what strength training you need to actually avoid getting injured and be more efficient with your run. So I just got back from this little zone one this morning shakeout. I'm racing my 750 miler this Saturday. I've done 22 marathons in 3 years. So let's talk about running and strength training. So my take is because I'm very intense, anybody that knows me, do more, be more, push your limits, find that. And that's not for everybody, but that's what's worked for me because I hold myself at the highest standard every single day, 120%. And that's what I believe that you should do if you want to compete. Find your true potential because you only have one life. So for me, that's why I'm against run apps, right? They don't really give you the accountability. They don't give you the pacing that you really need to push yourself to a limit like a coach would. They're not looking at your heart rate, your paces, your biomechanics. There's a science behind running rather than just, hey, oh, go for an easy run, go for a speed run. So Runna and all these apps, they don't really do that. They are for the people though that want convenience, quick plug and play, simple, and it's cheap. So if you're a new runner getting into it, it's perfect for you, right? If you want to sub 240 on a marathon or do a first 50 miler, that's when a coach is going to come into play. And a good coach isn't just looking at running. They're doing strength and nutrition, they're doing pre and post run, they're looking at biomechanics, they're doing obviously the running and stuff, they're checking in on you. It's an accountability system and a pushing system that these apps don't give you, but they are great for people getting into it. However, I've seen a lot of people get injured because the first time runners, there's no strength training, right? Runner just gives you a run plan, right? It doesn't give you a nutrition plan. It doesn't check in on you. But if you're somebody that is very self-disciplined, that can go out there and do things on their own, it's good for you. It's a good start. But if you want to take it to the next level, that's why Olympians use coaches, right? Professional athletes, they have nutritionists, they use coaches. They're not using apps to plug and play, right? There's a team behind that system that's pushing them. And I believe that you guys should all do the same because you have one life, you have one first marathon. And some people just want to show up to the marathon and do it. That's fine. It's one first marathon. Do the best that you can to your ability, finish that line and say, I gave everything I could. And coaches will give you the best experience possible. They're going to relieve stress. They're going to make you feel confident. A lot of these apps don't do that, but they're good for people that just want to run to get into running and everything like that. So that's my take on the runner apps. I know he's going to kill it because he's doing 35 miles a week. The second thing is strength training. So good strength training, I'm going to tell you, is about 2, 3 times a week. That's what I do, and that's what I recommend for everyone. And I haven't had one person complain about injuries because running itself will get you injured if your legs, your muscles, your ligaments, your tendons are not strong enough to keep up the distance and obviously the load that you have. With that being said, 80% of runners get injured, which sucks, but strength and conditioning, I think it lessens it by 50%. So I go in there 2, 3 times a week after my runs. The reason I do after is because my legs are already a little bit fatigued depending on the run. And by doing the strength training and fatiguing them on tired legs, that almost stimulates the second half of a marathon and how I'm going to feel. And I want to push through that. Now, we're not going to failure here, taxing our central nervous system. We're just going in there doing isolating movements, squats, hamstring curls, calf raises, leg extensions, RDLs, box jumps, squats, lunges, that kind of thing. Planks, abs, core is a big thing. And then from there, we're rinse and repeating. So that's how you do strength. I recommend it 2, 3 times a week, isolating each, not going to failure, and just staying consistent. Because the guy that's going to be consistent is going to win over time and lessen, his chance of getting injured. So any other questions with that, let me know. Drop a comment. I will answer every comment. If you have questions about strength training, diet, nutrition, if you have questions about runner apps, I'm very, very curious about the running community, what they've been doing. Coaches versus runner apps is a massive debate and stuff like that. So other than that, happy running, brother. Send it on the half marathon. I wish you the best of luck, and that's pretty much it.